Hey there, Haley Schultheis, nurse practitioner with Brio Med Spa and Wellness with your weekly educational tip. This week we are going to talk about the negative feedback system. What even is that? So all hormones in the body are produced via a negative feedback system. So if we're talking about sex hormones, estradiol and testosterone or thyroid hormone, that's what we'll talk about today for ease of discussion. But all of those are produced via a negative feedback system. So I'm not an artist, but I'm going to do my best. So we've got a guy. Here's a guy, or a person. It's a guy and a girl today. So we've got up here, we've got a brain. In our brain is where the hypothalamus and the pituitary glands lie. Hypothalamus, pituitary. In the neck, we have the thyroid gland. So right here, we've got a butterfly-shaped gland called the thyroid. Glands produce hormones. In men, we have testicles. In women, we have ovaries. And men and women both, right here on the kidneys, have adrenal glands. Together, these glands are responsible for hormone production via a negative feedback system. So in terms of thyroid, we've talked in the past about labs that we look at. And when we're looking at a thyroid, we know that we look at TSH, we look at free T3, and we look at a free T4. TSH is released not by the thyroid. Interestingly enough, it's released by the pituitary gland up here in the brain in response to what the thyroid is producing. TSH is thyroid stimulating hormone. This guy is the superintendent telling this guy, the worker, by stimulating him to work. So for instance, if you've got this thyroid gland here in your neck, and he's a poor performer. He's just not doing the work. He's not spitting out T3. He's not spitting out T4. He's not working. So the job foreman up here in the pituitary gland, he's not happy. He's like, man, you've got to get to work. You need to spit out T3. You need to spit out T4 because the superintendent's coming after me and I'm not having it. So get to work. So the pituitary gland releases TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. He's stimulating the thyroid to increase production of T3 and T4. So it's a negative feedback system. So a lot of people get confused because if they come in and their TSH is high at 5.5, their provider tells them your TSH is high. So the patient thinks they have a high thyroid, an overfunctioning thyroid, when in reality, it's inverse. This is actually an underfunctioning thyroid. The higher this number, the more underfunctioning the thyroid is. That's the negative feedback system.